Welcome everyone again, Vanessa from the FinTech magazine. And we want to make sure that you see everything that is happening on the back end of this very first Canada Africa FinTech Summit. With us today is Honorable Ibrahim Hassan Adija. He's going to tell us a little bit about his experience at the FinTech Summit, but also how he sees the collaboration between Canada and Africa in the times to come. Hi, Honorable. Thank you
How are
so much
you?
for being with us today. I'm doing very well. What about you?
Thank you for having me. I'm good.
Thank you. Okay, we want to hear from you. What brought you at this very first groundbreaking Canada Africa FinTech Summit?
Well, I'm actually stepping in some very big shoes. I'm here to represent the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who was actually billed to attend this event, had to shift at the very last minute due to pressing national engagement. I'm here. I declare the summit open on his behalf, and also reiterated commitment of the Nigerian government to ensuring that the fintech ecosystem, the areas for collaboration between Canada and not just Nigeria but Africa, explored, identified, and actually create a deliberate platform for both countries to see to the acceleration of collaboration and partnership. And this is because of the opportunities we see in both countries coming together. On one hand, you have the Canadian fintech sector, very advanced, very mature, a lot of financing opportunities, and of course, a lot of expertise in especially fintech regulation. And on the other hand, you have the emerging African fintech sector, which is growing at close to 30% per annum. Nigeria, in particular, is home to probably five, six of the largest fintech companies from Africa. We've raised about $2 billion in the last 2, 3 years, and the government has taken a deliberate policy of enhancing that sector by creating a dedicated office under the office of the Vice President for Financial Inclusion and FinTech. And we've done a lot in the last 2 years to bridge the gap between regulation and the industry. And I think with the areas of collaboration with Canada, a summit like this would not only bring out those platforms, but I think would also open gateways for collaboration between Canadian government and Africa as well.
Excellent. And we are so honored to have his presence here representing the president. We want to also know, where do you see this collaboration in 5 years from now? Today we are in 2025 in the very heart of the financial district in Toronto. Where do you see us and where do you see the collaboration between African fintech and Canadian fintech in 5 years from now?
I think I see a situation where Canada, like I said, with that mature ecosystem, with a very, very solid financial base, reaches out to Africa to tap into not just the opportunity from a business perspective, but the massive talent you have in fintech entrepreneurship. We're looking at the emergence of an average of 10 to 15 new fintech companies on a weekly basis just in Nigeria alone. Don't forget Kenya, don't forget Rwanda, don't forget Egypt. These are the African continent, these are four very, very big fintech economies. And of course, the rest of the country, upcoming countries like Uganda and East Africa, where we're beginning to see an expansion of that sector as well. And this is very important, not just for getting the fintech ecosystem to reach that level of maturity, but to actually create ease of inter-African trade. We've had the African Pre-Continental Agreement for years. What has been, the hindering factor is actually exchange. Now we're seeing payment gateways mature. We're seeing innovation. We're seeing trust building using blockchain, using AI. We're seeing emerging fintech companies dedicated to credit assessment and so on. So I think by the time we have that collaboration, It's not just about international trade, but trade between African countries. If you create a fantastic technology-enabled platform where I can buy stuff from South Africa and pay immediately, and vice versa, I think even I mean, we've had some crazy statistics. Africa loses close to $5 billion a year just in finance and banking fees for inter-African trade. So I buy stuff from my partner in Kenya, but I make a payment to a bank in New York, which then transmits it to. So I mean, that's the kind of innovation we want to see. Innovation that helps Africa, innovation that encourages trade between African countries, and innovation that puts Africa on the international trade map.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Honorable. And for you listening today, you've heard it. We want to see that innovation coming within the fintech industry in Africa. Thank you again for your presence. My name is Fazensa from the Fintech Magazine Africa, and we want to make sure to cover everything that is happening here today. Thank you again. We'll probably see you again tomorrow. We'll
Thank you
be
very
honored
much.
to have you.
Be a
Thanks for your
pleasure.
time.
Thank you.